Her voice didn't rise. It didn't have to. It was surgical. Sharp, calculated, meant to draw blood without the mess. The table erupted with laughter. My wife, her parents, even the damn waiter chuckled before vanishing into the kitchen. And I smiled, not because it was funny, because that was the last meal they'd ever eat on my dime. The smile stayed on my face as I raised my glass one final time. Then I asked, calm as ever, how does it feel knowing this useless one won't be paying your bills anymore? Silence. Instant. Beautiful. Forks hovered midair. Chews were swallowed half-finished. For the first time in years, Lena, my wife's sister, the one with a tongue dipped in venom, had nothing smart to say, just a twitch in her mascaraed eye. But it hadn't always been like this. 3 years ago, I was the one they toasted. The hero, the miracle son-in-law. I built my company from the ground up, turned late nights and sweat equity into 7 figures, paid off my in-laws' mortgage like it was pocket change, leased my wife a brand new Benz, because, in her words, a BMW felt too safe. I worked 80-hour weeks so she could find herself through yoga retreats, macaron-making classes, and silent meditations in Bali. Her family worshipped me until the economy shifted and the money slowed. Suddenly, I was a ghost in my own home. No one said anything directly. They didn't have to. It was in the long pauses before answering my texts, the eye rolls when I suggested something practical, the way my wife started calling me just Eli in conversations, like I'd been demoted from partner to placeholder. But the thing that really fractured something inside me, Lena, she started appearing more. Always overdressed, always smug, her fake lashes blinking like they were trying to spell out insults in Morse code. I just think it's so brave how you're trying to bounce back. She coo, every syllable dripping with artificial sympathy, like she was already writing my eulogy. One night, I overheard her on the patio, whispering to my wife. Their voices carried over the clink of wine glasses. "You could have done so much better," Lena said, barely hiding contempt. And my wife, she didn't argue, didn't say a word. I didn't storm out, didn't shout. I just listened, and I remembered, because I'm not a man who explodes. I'm a man who calculates. I started paying attention. Lena, Miss Self-Made Influencer, was drowning in debt. Designer labels, luxury brunches, fake giveaways. I had been her guarantor on the lease of her content house when she was just getting started. She had begged me for help. I gave it. My wife had no idea how deep I'd woven a financial net that held her world up. Her cards? Mine. Her car? Mine. The accounts? All mine. So when they laughed at me that night, I didn't get mad. I got to work. Step 1. Cut the cord. I canceled the automatic rent payment for Lena's apartment. She called me the next morning, voice syrupy and fake. Eli, I think something's wrong with the bank. My rent didn't go through. I kept my tone smooth. Yeah, I've been restructuring things financially. You might want to start looking for a roommate. Then I hung up. Step 2. Pull the rug. My wife's spa packages? Gone. Gym membership? Canceled. Her luxury credit cards? Declined, spectacularly, I'm told, at Whole Foods. She had to abandon a basket of kelp chips and sea moss water. I wish I had been there to see it. She came storming into my office that afternoon. What the hell is going on? I didn't even look up from my laptop. I'm simplifying, I said. Didn't think you'd notice. Step 3, drop the bomb. I waited until the next family dinner. Lena walked in wearing red, tight enough to suffocate a heartbeat, smirking like she knew a secret. When she made her usual jab at my expense, the room laughed, and I leveled them. How does it feel knowing this useless one won't be paying your bills anymore? That shut everything down. You could hear someone swallow across the room. I've pulled out of Lena's lease, I continued. Froze all the joint accounts, the cards. Your car gets repossessed Monday. By the way, and our prenup? Bulletproof. I wrote it before I had anything. And you leave, you get nothing. My wife stared at me like I was someone she didn't know. But I wasn't being cruel. I was just finally telling the truth. Why are you doing this? She whispered, her voice cracking. Because you laughed, I said. That's all it took. She cried that night. Not loud, not performative. Just quiet, guilt-drenched sobs in the master bedroom while I lay in the guest room. I didn't feel victorious. I felt free. 2 weeks later, she moved in with Lena. I heard through mutuals they started fighting. About rent, about space, about whose fault it all was. Lena missed 2 more rent payments. Evicted. My wife tried to come back once. Said she missed the old days. I told her those days died the moment she decided my downfall was funny. That world, I built it, brick by brick, and they danced on the ashes like it was a joke. Now I live alone, quietly rebuilding the business. No cheerleaders, no freeloaders, just peace. People sometimes ask if I regret it, if I miss them. I don't, because sometimes revenge doesn't look like flames. It looks like silence, subtraction, removing yourself from those who only took until they're left alone with their own darkness. And that's a kind of justice no money can buy.